whenever I hit a plateau, I would try adding a few more recovery days and see what that did. And it's worked very well for the vast majority of my business, but you could also be plateauing with the equipment that you're using too on top of that. Again, I don't I don't know exactly what you're working with, so it's a little hard for me to say, and I don't exactly know what you have access to, but regardless of the tool, you use it to the best of your abilities. I mean, I know at one time you were doing like the body weight, the Drew Bay
Yeah, Project
Project
Kratos.
Kratos and
Yeah, it's
stuff.
great.
You use whatever tools you have to the best of your ability, but I would try not to make it so complex. I would simplify more. And I'm on the glycolytic end of the spectrum, just like you are. I fail pretty quickly. Um, what One of the things I noticed extending my recovery interval, I'm not only am I do I feel stronger when I come back, but I'm focused on how I feel metabolically. A lot of the times you can start your workout, and if you're having an artificially elevated heart rate early in the training, you're probably not completely recovered. And so I find when I have more recovery, it's almost easy. Like, if I walk in the workout, I mean, for most people, it wouldn't be easy, right? But when you've been doing this for so long, you can tell metabolically, I'm not so smashed after the set. Like, I can still do more exercises. I'm not completely wiped out. So I don't know if that's a factor for you, but for me, it was. And for some of the people I trained, it was. So making sure I'm completely recovered, I'm just able when I get back in the gym to just have a much more productive session. And I don't feel so wiped out afterwards, just metabolically. And I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I just feel a lot better when I'm
Mm.
training. And it just it makes the whole process a more pleasurable experience for me.
Mm. So, okay, cool. So what I'm kind of hearing then is simplify. So maybe remove some of the single joint stuff and focus more on compound and getting stronger at those.
Yeah, you could
Um,
do those as accessory exercises, but I would really make the basis of your workout some compound movements that you can really try to focus on improving and getting stronger on that.
mhm.
You can add in the accessory, and I do. I mean, I do neck, I do the rotary neck. I bought a box to be able to do shrugs on the multi-exercise machine recently. And so but those are just like little highlights. That's like putting nuts on top my sundae. Not the
Got it.
sundae itself. So I still think focusing on more of the compound movements, that should be the basis of your workout. And if you don't have the energy or the time to add the little things in, you just put those in another time.
Yeah, I think so. I should have said this up front, but I think I'm in a place right now where I'm looking to um, see if I can improve in terms of like my. It's funny actually. I'm definitely probably the biggest I've ever been, but there's probably a bit more body fat there as well, Ryan. Um, and but I'm interested in seeing if I can increase muscle mass, increase strength. So would you change anything based on that goal? Or would it actually be the same? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm my experience has told me adding in more recovery, I'm able to have
Yeah.
a much better results and put more muscle mass on. I've been cutting back a little bit on food lately, but I mean, I can't say I'm the strongest I've ever been. I'm pretty damn close to it, and carrying a little more muscle mass than I had been. I have more body fat, which I'm working on getting down now. Really been tightening up the diet, but tightening up the diet and feeling a lot better also gives me more motivation to do that too. So all those little things, each thing, sort of leads into the other. I don't know how strict you are with your diet right now, but for me, like I can't eat
Could
a
be
carb
better.
the same much.
Right.
So like tweaking that for me and feeling like you know, feeling leaner already and getting, like losing a belt loop already. And I just started from last week, like really getting serious about it. and I have to stay focused. It's like I know if I go out to eat with friends, I'm gonna have a glass or two of wine. So it's like, all right, I'm really motivated now. I'm really motivated to get back to where I was. Okay. So like I'm just gonna have to not do that for a little while. I have to stay motivated. I can't have any booty calls. If I have any booty calls, we're gonna drink wine. And so I have to I need to stay focused, Ryan. Stay focused on yourself. So but I'm really motivated to get back. I have all these old fancy clothes I want to get into. I mean, I have all
Nice.
these custom
We
made
can do it
shirts.
together, Ryan. We can
Yeah,
encourage each
exactly.
other. Yeah.
Totally. So I've been really, really motivated lately, Lawrence, to stick to the plan, man.
Nice.
And it's working. I think I'm down literally about 10 pounds since last week.
Wow.
I
Good for
have
you.
a belt loop down. And so I'm just really seriously motivated. I just feel a lot better, man. How did Doug McGuff put it? He said, nothing tastes as good as it feels being lean.
Ugh. Ha. I think some people would challenge that, but yes. No,
Oh,
I like
maybe
it.
so. But I've
Yeah.
really been motivated. I'm really feeling a lot better. It's been, and I'm really
Beautiful.
looking forward to getting back. And like you can give yourself when you get to where you want to be, give yourself like a little treat. Okay, so when I get back down, I not only am I going to fit in all these old clothes that I have that are pretty
Yeah.
nice, but I'm going to go and buy another outfit. You know what I mean? Just like to reward
Yeah,
yourself
nice.
to
Like
get
that.
there. So all those things are ways of increasing your motivation.
So no, I love that. And like I'm thrilled that you're so focused on it. What would you say then? I mean, I don't expect you to remember the whole my whole workout, but what kind of like what would that if I'm let's say I'm training like once a week, right, to build in that more of those recovery days, which I think might be a good that would be it's funny, because I'd have to really suspend some of my beliefs around this because obviously a lot of people in our space will talk about more frequency, more volume, and cite the research around that, blah, blah, blah. But I am keen to I have had periods of my life where I've looked at my body composition and I was only training once a week and things were going absolutely great. So I am curious. And obviously, we have so much individual difference in our
Very
response, right?
brilliant.
As you
Yeah,
have
exactly.
once educated me
Yep.
before. Um,
Yep.
and so I'm curious to maybe do some kind of experiment, maybe like 90 days, something like that, where I do reduce the frequency and just see what happens. 90 days is probably a good time
I
frame,
think
right?
that's a great amount of time for sure.
Yeah.